Roger de la Harpe.
And I'm Pat.
And we enjoy exploring South Africa's backroads on our e-bikes.
Today we're going to the tiny village of Herald and we'll ride into the Little Karoo through the two passes of Paardepoort and Eseljagpoort.
At the moment we're riding up Herold Pass, and it's quite an interesting one, about 13.5 kilometers long, and it reaches an altitude of about 580 meters. Across the valley to the east of Herold Pass is the historic Montague Pass, and some weeks ago we created a short movie on that pass, and by clicking the little pop-out on the top right hand of the screen you can have a look at that. Right, we're heading out on what is going to be about a 50-kilometer ride from Herold Wines, just outside Herald, and we found the route on a combination of Google Earth and Tracks for Africa maps, and although we haven't ridden it before, it looks as though it could be a great ride.
I saw you talking to Nico, the owner of Herold Wines, a bit earlier. He seemed such an awesome guy.
Yes, they do quite a range of wines, the usual Cabernets and Sauvignon Blancs and Chenin Blancs and that sort of thing, but they also do some very interesting specialist wines. And here we are arriving in Herald, a tiny little spot, but some quite interesting places here. On the right, as we're going in from the southern side of town, you've got the church and over the mountain tea garden. And I must say, they do the most fabulous cinnamon cake, and the chocolate cake, well, you actually need to be over 21 for the chocolate cake, it's so nice. But wow, look at this, Pat.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah.
So look at all these flowers. It is flower season, of course. So that was the tiny hamlet of Herold. And now we're off down the tar road to the N9, where we'll do a quick right and a left, and then we're on our way to Paardepoort Pass. Paardepoort is a rather gorgeous little pass, just a few kilometers from the turnoff. What do we know about it?
Well, it was built in 1869 by Thomas Bain.
Yes.
The great pass builder, and you can still see parts of the dry stone walling from the road that we're now on. They say the original farm, the Durham River Farm, got really quite busy with travellers pulling in to overnight and get repairs done to their wagons.
Yes. A few kilometers after the pass, we come to a crossing. We're going to go right at this point, heading out on this rather glorious dirt road, heading for Eseljagpoort. Keep an eye open for ostriches. This is ostrich country after all. The flowers are looking gorgeous, and as we ride along, the Kamanasi mountains pop up above the horizon. Kamanasi, it seems, is a Khoisan word meaning mountains of water, and I guess we're going to have to take their word for it. A fork to the right a few k's later takes us to Eseljagpoort, and this seems like a great place for a coffee stop.
Thought you'd never ask.
Well, that's coffee done. Whoa, watch out for that snake. We're now heading out on the road to Eseljagpoort, and for a long time we wondered why it was called Eseljagpoort. Who would want to go and hunt donkeys? Because that's what Eseljagpoort means.
Well, after some research we found that the early settlers called zebras ersels, so they were in effect going on a zebra hunt, which makes a lot more sense.
Geez, look at these flowers. And speaking of ersels,
oh, we need this picture, right?
there in the distance, and alas, we don't have our long lenses here, but I suppose 100 meters from us are a little herd, a dazzle of zebras. What, 6 of them in amongst these gorgeous purple flowers. I'm going to try and get a bit closer to the fence because this really is gorgeous here. And of course I just seen that snake, so one wants to be a bit careful. But have a look at this. It's going to be quite far away. I don't know if we can see them on the GoPro. I think I'm going to try and zoom this in post and see if we can get anything a bit closer than that. But this is just gorgeous. But there's the scene. So we have all these pink and purple flowers, and there in the distance are the Kamanasi Mountains with the zebra and the hartebeest in between. Well, we're out of the port now, and we find ourselves traveling on some private farmland. If you would like to ride this, permission needs to be got from the landowners, and I'll put details down in the description below on how to do this. But we're heading along this road, and as far as I know, there are a couple of gates there. Now, this is not a problem if you're riding a conventional bike, but of course if you're on an e-bike, it's a bit of an issue. So we'll see how we go, and we may have to take the batteries out. And another one, and I fear this one is locked, so we're going to have to hoist the bikes over this. There's one huge disadvantage to having an e-bike, that they weigh 873 kilograms or something. Well, there we go. 49 and a half, call it 50 k's of riding this morning. Glorious ride out through Paardepoort, across the dirt roads to Eseljagpoort, and back on farm roads. What did you think?
It was great.
If you enjoyed our video, please give us a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so that you're notified of any new videos that we put up. And guys, thanks for joining us on this ride. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.